Sky Battle is one of MCC Island's most popular game modes. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys the full guide to Sky Battle. We're going to be going over the Sky Battle basics, the 5 maps that are in Sky Battle, Sky Battle cosmetics, and Sky Battle badges. If you're a beginner or you're just trying to get better at Sky Battle, this video is perfect for you. I know Ascaro was the first person to do this, but there's been a lot of changes since then, so this is the full guide to Sky Battle. When you first spawn in, you're going to get an iron chestplate, leather pants, leather boots, an infinite amount of blocks, 2 arrows, a stone sword, a bow, 8 stake, and an efficiency 3 iron pickaxe. Now these are the items you get when you start every game of Sky Battle. This is your starter gear. As you progress in the game, you're going to find better stuff as you open more chests. Some of the different things that you'll find when you open these chests, as for armor, is iron armor and diamond armor. For swords, you can find knockback stone swords, iron swords, and diamond swords. For axes, you can find stone axes, iron axes, and diamond axes. For ranged weapons, you can get a power bow, a punch bow, a crossbow, and sometimes you can even get a crossbow with quick charge too. All of these different items you can find in different chests around the map. Each chest has its own rarity. So for example, you may not be able to get a diamond axes in a starter chest, but you will be able to get a diamond axe in a legendary chest. Now there are 5 different tiers of chests that are placed around the map. The first tier, which is tier 0, is the starter chest. You can find this when you first spawn in. Next tier, we have tier 1, and it looks like this. The second tier, it looks like this. Tier 3 looks like this, and then finally tier 4, which is the legendary chest, looks like this. You can find it at the center of the map. Now, we also got some special items. First off, we have sparks. Now, there are 2 sparks. You have the levitation spark, which will make you float up 13 blocks in 2.5 seconds. The next one is the regeneration spark, which will heal you 4 hearts in 2.4 seconds. All right, next we have the damage orb. Now, the damage orb will do 4 hearts of damage, and it will detonate in 2.2 seconds. This also stops people's momentum when it detonates. It also does a lot of knockback, just as a snowball does in 1.8. This will actually knock people off of bridges way more effectively than bows and arrows. We also have cobwebs. You can use cobwebs to stop your fall, to trap players. We have scaffolding. Now, obviously, you won't take fall damage if you place scaffolding under you, but you have to make sure you're crouching and you're in the middle of the scaffolding if you want to stop your fall. Another secret use, you can bridge really fast with it. You can get yourself out of some pretty sticky situations with enough practice. Just make sure you break the scaffolding after you use it, so nobody else can follow you. That's all for the basics. Obviously, there's some more items in the game than just this, but everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to maps. Now, I'm just going to list a few simple tips in these maps that will help you win the game. So our first map is Valhalla. Now with Valhalla, especially on Valhalla, it's so important that you stick with your teammates, especially at the start. The way the map is set up, there's a very good chance that you're going to have to fight another team. So going off on your own is just going to get you killed. Now just like in every game of Sky Battle, it doesn't mean that you should stick with your team 100% of the time. But this map is designed in a special way where it's so easy to die without them. Something you can do is use the roofs of the houses for cover. Now this works right where you spawn in and also at mid, but most of the map is made out of wood. So it's not always easiest to break the walls to take shelter. So a lot of times the roof is going to be your best bet here. Now there are mushroom blocks that you can get to, you can mine in and out of to protect yourself. You can use the roof to your advantage in this map. Another thing you can do is you can spam blocks in this tunnel if you're getting chased. Now don't just spam a single layer of blocks here because they can easily mine through that. But if you do it right, you can actually end up blocking the person off so that way you can get away in time. Really good map, just keep in mind that this map, there's a lot of PvP that goes on. So just with everything else, be careful. Next up, we have Celestial. Now with Celestial, you're going to want to actually constantly be bridging upwards. In fact, the border actually rises on this map. So if you know how to 2-stack, 3-stack, Bleeple Bridge, Ninja Incline Bridge, if you know any of these things that I'm talking about, they're very useful for this map. Obviously, in every map in Sky Battle, bridging is important, but especially with this one, learn how to bridge. Also, something to note is that this map has the safest mid chest, so all the other maps, you can easily get hit off by arrows or snowballs, but this one is just right there, so you can easily access it, so it's something to keep in mind. Also, there isn't really anywhere you can mine into somewhere to kind of seek shelter or get away from somebody for a little bit. The only place that there is these big green pillars. Now, you can actually mine into these, however, I'd only really really say to do so if you get maybe hit down or if somebody's attacking you, then you can mine in there to get away from them. Okay, our next map is Candyland. Now with Candyland, it's set up in a special way where everybody's spawn is connected, so you could fight somebody right off the bat. Wherever you go, you might encounter a team, so keep that in mind. Also, the candy canes are all hollow. I've seen some people like to hide in these or use it to try and get away from somebody, so you could try and do that too. Now, the thing that makes this map so special is the bubble elevators. Now, you can use these bubble elevators to hide and actually escape from people. Here's a clip of that right now. I'll quickly show you guys how to actually hide in these things. So basically, when you're going up, just place a block under you, and you can just chill out right here, because it stops the bubbles from getting to you. Now you're also in a really great position, so maybe you're like right here, there's a block above you. What you can do is you can place the block under you, and it makes it really easy to just mine out right away. If you didn't have that, then obviously it would take so long to mine, but all you gotta do, place a block, you can easily mine out and then get away from somebody, just like how I did. The best thing that you can use these bubble elevators for is getting kills. Now you can place explosives, so maybe TNT or a creeper at the bottom, and it will float to the top. So if there's a team at the top, they'll then get exploded by it. But you have to defend against this yourself. So here are a few ways that you can block off the top, so that way you don't get killed by TNT or a creeper. Now, as you can see, some of these methods, they're all different in their own way. Some of them just block it off completely. Some of them allow it so that way you can end up attacking them by placing your own TNT or your own creeper to explode them. And then obviously there's the lava method, where they'll just end up going right into the lava and just burning alive. That sounds so graphic, but you know what I mean. Now you can actually get in the mid bubble elevators a lot faster by actually mining the blocks behind right here. And also at mid, you can get around a lot faster in the cake by spamming blocks as you jump. Next up, we have the red house map. Now on here, it's so easy to just get hit off while bridging. The most ideal situation here is to have one of your teammates bridge who has a levitation spark. So if they get hit off, they can easily recover. But it really helps if you're a fast bridger. Right off the bat, when you first spawn in, everybody's going to start bridging away from their spawn point. So this is an opportunity that you can take to actually bow people off, snowball people off while they're bridging. Some other things to keep in mind is you want to usually stay on top of the roof on this map. Having the high ground here is pretty much always the best situation. Another thing to keep in mind is if you have the opportunity to get scaffolding, don't let it just pass by. Scaffolding is very useful on this map. You're going to end up always getting hit off, and having that scaffolding to easily get places or to protect you from fall damage is going to help you out a ton. Okay, next up we have Grasslands. Now with Grasslands, you have the choice to go to the side or to go down. Now, if you go down, you have more of a chance to have direct combat, direct PvP. If you go to the side, maybe you have more time to plan out your strategy, use blocks. None of them are really better than the other, it just depends what you prefer. Now, remember, hay bales greatly decrease the amount of fall damage you take. So if you're ever jumping off anywhere, make sure that you're going to be landing on a hay bale if possible. And just like Red House, scaffolding is very useful in this map. Not only will it help you be able to get around the map easier, but obviously it will cancel out your fall damage, and it's especially useful in a map where you're constantly in scenarios where you're going to take fall damage. Now lastly, remember to use blocks in this map in your PvP. There's a lot of chances in this map where you can place blocks and block trap someone. Next up, we have cosmetics. Now you can find the Sky Battle cosmetics simply by going to the token shop right where you spawn. You'll find Dex and Pit. Now Dex will sell you all the wearable cosmetics. You have the flight helmet, the pilot's hat, Mjolnir, winged helmet, Zeus's bolt, Cloud Fist, and Zeus. Now the way you purchase these is by Sky Battle tokens. You get Sky Battle tokens depending on how well you do in the game. Whether you get a win, whether you get a lot of kills, it all determines how much Sky Battle tokens you earn. At the end of every game, it'll show you how much XP you got, but also how much Sky Battle tokens you earned. Next, we have the rotating token shop. By talking to Pit, you see you can buy small currency pouches, overflowing currency pouches, bronze customization kits. Now all of this rotates. Sometimes you may be able to buy this, sometimes you may not. Maybe there's a different thing in the shop. So right now, this is actually a pretty good deal right here, but I can only buy it for another day and 17 hours. So if I don't buy it in that time, then it's going to change to something else. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. Now all of this, it all uses Sky Battle tokens, just like the cosmetic shop. Do well in the game to get more of these tokens. Next, we have badges. Now, badges are these cool little challenges that you can unlock and you can wear on your character. Now, the way you find your badges is by going to your personal menu, and then right at the bottom here, you'll find badges. Now, by selecting which game you want, you can see the badges you're able to unlock. So for Sky Battle, these are the badges that you can unlock. So for example, this badge right here, I haven't unlocked it all yet. So I need to do that 2 more times to finally level up my badge and get to stage 5, since I'm on stage 4 right now. As you level these up, you have the option to actually display it on your character. Now the way you can do that is again by going into your personal menu, and you'll see this little pin badges sign kind of hidden away. Click on that, and you can go ahead, add a badge. I'm gonna go to Sky Battle, and I'm gonna go to Sky Battle Player 5. Hey, there you go. See, now it's pinned on my character. Now when you look at your character, you'll see nothing has really changed. In fact, you don't see your badge pinned anywhere on your character. In order to see somebody's badge, what you have to do is you have to inspect the person. So just go up to them, right click, and then it will show you their badge. So for example, this person has a battle box badge. If you wanted to have a Sky Battle badge, you can put a Sky Battle badge here. But badges are a neat way of showing off your achievements in game. And that's all for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this guide. I hope that you learned something and you can come out of this video today being a little bit better at Sky Battle. Now, obviously, I went over pretty basic things, pretty simple strategies. If you guys want me to make a more in-depth video on some different strategies that you can use in Sky Battle maps, then like the video. Let me know in the comments. Obviously, this video took an absolute ton of work, so please subscribe. It means so much to me. And if you're a Sky Battle player, please let me know if I missed anything. Just remember, the best thing you can do to get better is to just play the game for yourself. Thanks for watching, and as always, thank you, love you, see you, bye!